Hello, Ravens. This is Coach Mike Kraft. Welcome to our online virtual orientation. This one is for Adobe Video and Digital. Glad to have you guys here and ready to go for the 2021 fall school year. There was a lot going on last year, so we hope to get everybody back in school and get back to normal. Just want to take a second to talk about our class, also to introduce myself as your teacher. Many of you have had me either for visual or digital before moving up to take this level 3 and level 4 course. Glad you made it. All right, let's go through a little bit and talk about. I'll introduce myself. For those of you who don't know, I'm a native of Virginia Beach, graduated from the University of Richmond, 1986. Been married 30 years, 4 children. All of them now are college graduates, thanks to my last son graduating in June, but they all previously attended CMS schools before going off to college. This is my third year at Rocky River. I started teaching after finishing up a 32-year career in broadcasting and digital media. Out of that, I spent 18 years with the Carolina Panthers. It was a great ride, let me tell you. One thing I always tell students is if you enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life that'll keep you young. And that's what I feel like kept me young for that whole time that I was in the broadcast industry. Okay, he attended two Super Bowls, Super Bowl 38 and Super Bowl 50. Great run there with the Panthers. Enough about me. Now let's start talking about students. And my first year here, we had 34 students receive certification. So you hear me talk about that. It's very important. And that's basically the end goal for these video and digital and really all of the Adobe classes except for Intro to Adobe. If you're on this pathway, it's called the Graphic and Digital Design Pathway. And your classes are Intro to Adobe, Adobe Visual, Adobe Digital, and now Adobe Video. And this is our first year for offering that class. So, I'm really excited to teach that. In all of these classes, we have certifications, as I mentioned: Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Dreamweaver, and Premiere. And that certification means for your student that when it's time to go find a job, they have something to put on their resume that I think is very valuable. All right. In all of the level 2, 3, and 4 classes, your certification will count as your final exam. Now, very important that we use Geometrics Learn Keys, which is a test prep course, and that will help us get ready for those certifications. When I start the year, I basically tell my students that you're basically coming to work for me, and this is on the job training. I'm going to teach you some of the things I learned over 32 years and things that you can use once you go out into the real world. And it's real simple. I ask for two things: accountability and attention to details. And I'll go into those a little bit. When we talk about accountability, really just have a mindset that you're going to come ready to work. I want our associates, I say students, but remember, we're talking about on the job. So I want them to make the most of their class time and also create a positive work environment for your classmates. Attention to details. It's real easy. Just dot your I's, cross your T's. Read and follow instructions every day when you come in. The assignments will be on the board at the front of the class for each class. And there will 90% of the time be a warm up. And that warm up is to prepare for the day's lesson. So students come in, get ready to work, put their belongings up, get on the computer, log on, and start working on their warm up. And that's how our day started. And then when we sit down and start talking about the lesson for the day, I don't do a lot of talking. A lot of it's done through showing you how to do things. But the only way to learn is to listen actively to the day's lesson and the instructions for doing whatever task we're working on for that day. Our class is very task oriented. Okay, there's very little written work beyond vocabulary and having an understanding of that. Most of it is getting on the software and learning how to do your job. So I ask students, stay on track, complete your daily assignments during class time, turn in work before it's due, and don't pretend like it will take care of itself. Because inevitably, every semester that I've been teaching, some students put off their daily work and then try to make it up at the end of the semester. And you and I both know what the quality of work is going to be at that point. So please do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. On Canvas, parents, you can join Canvas as an observer. You can also join my Remind. This is my digital Remind right here. And you can join that to, because I send out a lot of reminders for assignments and changes in schedule and when work is due, stuff like that. And so this is the my Remind for Adobe Digital. Just use that code to log on and become a member of my Remind. Now, here is the Remind code for video. I keep the classes separate, but there are a lot of times when I send out information to both classes at the same time. But there is the code for Adobe Video and Remind. If you don't pick it up, just pause the video and go ahead and join my Remind. Folks, I'm looking forward to a great year. I thank you for trusting me with your students to teach them and help them and understand I'm here to help them get to the next level. That's why I decided to teach. So, anyway, with that being said, thank you and have a great night.